But like I'm saying, we're just circling around here. These fish are kind of, they're all over the place depth-wise. Some will be in like literally 4 foot of water, and they're eating it as soon as it comes past their face. Right there on top. That's what we came for right there, baby. Someone come up, ate it right on the surface. That's a bass, it's big. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. And you guessed it, we're back on Guntersville. It's just too good to stay away. So we're back up here today. We're gonna be running some of the same stuff we've been running. But, you know, past 3 trips out here, caught around a 20-pound bag. And my goal is to get above that today. Let's see if we can get to that 25-pound mark. So we're trying some different areas. Same pattern, but different areas to see if we can find that bigger caliber fish. And we're gonna be trying some different baits on this floater. So one thing I'm gonna try today is a glide bait on the floaters, which is, I've never really done that. Usually when I'm throwing the glide bait, it's kind of like a ambush scenario, bringing it around a lay down or a dock or something like that. And then also we're gonna be throwing some bigger minnows and maybe even a bigger jerk bait. So we're just getting out here. We've already seen a few on scope. So let's see what we can do. We're gonna keep up with our best 5 on the Bubba scale. So let's see what happens. There's a nice one. Right, on the board. On the minnow. There's a decent one to start. $2.10. Man, my hands are cold this morning. There's a 210 on the minnow to start. We'll take it. These fish are definitely acting different to the jerkbait this morning. All the bait's on the bottom, so maybe a later in the day thing, because it's pretty cold right now, 41 degrees. But you know, that jerkbait bite may get better as the bait comes up later in the day. But the best reaction I'm seeing right now is on the minnow, so we're gonna stick with that for a minute. That's a decent one. Right up under the surface on the minnow there. Right up under the surface. See, in the past I would have thrown a jerkbait at that fish, but for some reason today they're acting a little skittish of it, so I threw the minnow and just burned it. It's a 2.8, 2.7. 2.7. Nice. Might be a decent one. Nope. Threw it. Little guy. Decent one. Oh gosh, that's a nice one. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come on, lay up here for me. Come on. Get in there. Oh. Gosh, it's still cold out here. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we came for right there, baby. Boom. That'll help us. That will help us. So there was 2 of those, about the same size, and they were just sitting right under the surface. And they were swimming pretty fast. I made like 3 casts at them. That's almost a 5-pounder. 413, 414 locked in. Nice. Well, we're catching a few. So far, lost that one. Hold on to him for a picture. But like I'm saying, we're just circling around here. And these fish are kind of, they're all over the place depth-wise. Some will be in like literally 4 foot of water. Those are the ones I'm bringing it by, hitting that sideways twitch instead of the traditional vertical twitch. And they're eating it as soon as it comes past their face. But then there's also some that are down in the 10, 15 foot range. And if you get it, bring it past them just right. And then as they start to turn on it, you bring your bait up. Sometimes they close. Those are a little bit more finicky. I don't know if that's just like a feeding mood that they're in. You know, maybe later in the day they'll move up and be those high floaters. But I don't know. We're gonna keep circling around, see if we can find those bigger ones, because there's 2 with that one. So, and it's hard to tell how big they are when they're that high, because the signature they're leaving on your forward facing is not great. It's kind of just a flash. Right at the boat. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Right at the boat with that one. Pull out. It's a decent one. Again, just right under the surface. Those seems to be the ones that are going to eat the best. 214 for number 4. Puts us at 1213. We're gonna need a couple more of them high 4s, but that's a nice one. We'll take them. We will take them. Right there on top. Oh my gosh. On the stone roller. That's a nice one. That's a real nice one. Yes, sir. On a stone roller. He's got a coal hole in his mouth. That's crazy. A stone roller. How about that one? That one come up, ate it right on the surface. That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see. Alright. Gosh, fish. He's not done fighting yet. 3-9. 310 locked in. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, just broke a jerk bait. That's sick. That's $25. Alright, so that takes us to 16.7. We're well on our way. Well on our way, guys. Just need a few more of those big uns. 4s and 5s, maybe a 6 if we're lucky. But all these minnow fish have been eating this Torrent Outdoors. This is electric gizzard. It's one of their new colors. This is the 5.4 inch size. Really like this electric gizzard for the Tennessee River. But the link in the description helps the channel out, helps Torrent out. So if you want to pick up some, use that link. I don't think he's gonna help. Is this a spot? Come here, boy. That's a spot. How about that? Little spot. What's he doing? Actually, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's just floating out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh, dang it. That's on me. That's on me. Make a move. All right, made a move for a second area of the morning. Let's see if there's any hanging around here real quick. And then we'll probably go back into this pocket here. Saw him eat that one. That's a decent one. A tubby spot. That is a tubby spot. We might have to throw him on the scale and see if he beats any of our fish so far. That is a tubby spot. I like him. I like him. Y'all know me, I don't mind a spot now. So he's got to beat a 2.7? 2.7? And he does. He's 2.12. Gave us a little bump there. Almost 17 pounds now. How about that guy? That's pretty joker. Let's get some release footage of this guy. Nice. Well, that was fun. There's just not as many in this area. Not seeing nearly as many. Probably gonna give it a little bit longer. And then I might bounce back to that area I started in where I first sat down this morning and see if I can't catch some more there, because there wasn't a ton there, but the ones that were there were bitey and they're up high. So yeah, I'm just not seeing enough of them here to waste my time here. We're gonna move. We are gonna move. Alright, we're back to where we started first thing this morning, because that's where I was seeing the most high floaters. Those deeper ones seem to follow it but not really commit to it, so try to look for some more of those high floaters. That's a bass, it's big. Ain't no way that's a bass. Ain't no way that's a bass. It's gotta be a stripe. Holy smokes. Ooh, let's see my lead or not. What are you, creature? Yeah, huge stripe. Humongo stripe. Humongo stripe. I got him too. I got him. Look at that joker. That's a monster. There he goes. Dang it. I thought that was a bass. He just mangled my stuff, so we get to retie. All right, guys, spot or area number 3 for the day. Things are definitely changing. Things are definitely different than the last time I was here. They don't seem to want to bite the jerkbait at all, at least not yet. And they want the minnow burning really fast. So, you know, I've got a lot of questions in the comments like, how do you find these areas that you're scoping in and that sort of thing? And it's, you know, you've got these vast creek mouths here on Guntersville, and there's a lot of time scanning that you're not seeing in the video, or it'll be a 5-hour video. A lot of pen around, you know, not seeing anything or not having fish react the way you want. So there's a lot of looking, but once you get in an area that has them, typically you're gonna be able to figure out a way to get them to bite, whether that's jerkbait, minnow, or dice, or something else. So it's kind of where we're at today, running through these areas that we caught them in some new places, trying to see if fish are in there acting right. So a little bit of trial and error. And they say fishing is, you know, if you're the best fisherman, you're just the best guesser. So we're taking our guess here. Got him. Had to throw that one a few times. That's a nice one. That is a nice one. Gosh, thick. Look at this joker. Just belly flopping. Look at that fish, guys. I mean, a freaking tub. All right, let's see what he goes. Let's see what he adds to it. Need a 210. I think he'll do it. Sometimes these short, fat ones deceive me, but I think he'll do it. Oh yeah. 3.6. Gets us over the 17-pound mark. That sure is a purty one. We're gonna hold on down. Put him with his buddy in here. Just for a second, for a picture. There's a little one. Smallest one of the day. Small one. Hopefully they get bigger. All right, guys, that's gonna be it. A little bit tougher of a day than we've been having, but couldn't get a single, maybe 1 or 2 bites on the jerkbait, but didn't hook up. But the main player was the Torrent Outdoors stone roller in the Gizzard shad color, and just really burning that thing as fast as I can to keep it above those fish's head. I mean, they're in 3-4 foot of water, so you know, just floating up there real shallow. Same place they were when they were biting the jerkbait a couple of weeks ago, but now they don't want the jerkbait, they want the minnow, and they want it moving fast. So ended up with almost 18 pounds. So lost a few, broke a few off. So those might have helped us, but anyway, still a great day on Guntersville. So I appreciate you watching. Let me know, are you tired of the Guntersville videos? Where else would you want me to go fish? Leave a comment, drop a like. Appreciate y'all watching. See you on the next one.